runs. Lights are out, but the cars are sitting. And they're away. And off they go. Contender leads the pack away. Can we get a good angle? Contender gets a remarkable start off the line. That would be the traction control coming into assistance. But Luigi at the back there is fighting for Onion Barge for this P2 on the back of this train of Vinny Silver motocrosser. What's going on in the chat? Oh, Sverk or Silver! I just looked. Why is it whenever I look down away at the chat, what's happening in the chat? Something happens. I missed that. A Beyblade?
Beyblade.
Oh,
that's someone gone. Yep.
Motocrosser messed it up. Well, here comes Motocrosser. He's got the DRS on keyboard magazine. Oh, there's a big contact in the wall. Oh, and they're off. They're all out. They're all out. Ferk and Costa and Motocrosser. Massive collision there.
I think Costa gave Mr. Magnus a little touch on the rear, which sent him in the wall. Oh, and that's Vinny in the wall.
Vinny in the background there.
Oh, Costa hit the wall.
Oh, Costa. Mr. Costa is... He's retired. Oh! You're right.
So I think my another bold prediction of Hugo's P3 is also gone in shreds.
Who was at the back there?
That's Luke gone.
Nets Luke has left us. He needs to. Vinny will have to just go slow to avoid this. So this could be potentially hasty as Onion Barge takes a pass to get the race win, but does Contender know he has got a penalty? But Onion Barge comes around across the line. He does pass Contender, but he will not get the race win. Contender gets the on track. Contender does, of course, get his race win. Hello everyone, and welcome to Sochi in Russia for round, I don't know. I should be paying attention to this, but we're well into the season as it is. And once again joining me is Mr. Bance. Hello, Mr. Bance.
Hello there.
Mr. Bance was telling me that, we're actually going to try and do some proper commentating today, as opposed to just messing around.
All things considered.
Yes.
Speaking of which, we do have, I believe, the Ferraris. Oh no, not actually. Yeah, both Ferraris are together for some reason. The Wimpy 3 trademark just team-ordered him past. Going on to the laps. And Thimo's in here, so we will have some real battles again.
Yes, great minds think alike, Bance. I was just about to say that Thimo has come back from running away as he did the last race or so.
When he couldn't handle the pressure.
Yeah, he couldn't hack it after that Spa race. And he's ready and willing to take up the fight to Wimpy again. Thimo did tell me that he's not too strong in Russia, and he probably won't qualify well. So, let's see what happens. Turn one's going to be exciting.
Nice. I'm sure he will do great. I believe in you. Anyway, Aronag right now on his lap. So far, pretty steady, but it looks like he's trying to keep... Oh, he might have cut it there. I'm not sure, but usually, in my experience, people are pretty tame on the first lap because it's very easy to invalidate your lap when you're pushing on here. Because there's a lot of time to be gained, but it's also quite risky.
Oh, Terrace says he's been reliably informed. Mr. Thimo has done...
Nearly an hour.
Yeah, nearly an hour. Wow. So expectedly at least 11th.
Very interesting. And anyway, first across the line, Mr. Gary with a 32.3. Vinny following that, but his lap much less impressive. Doesn't mean a lot just yet. I'm sure we'll dip under the 32s towards the end of the session. Aronag getting onto the last corner. Unsure if he did end up invalidating his lap. He did not. He goes P4. Luigi, is he directly into the 31s on his first attempt?
Yeah, the boys were saying in the chat that the build up to this race, the little bit of driver rivalry They were kind of putting Luigi against, was it Adam, in P15 at the moment, about who's going to win the battle, and one name was mentioned was Gary. I have done a bit of practice in Russia, and where Gary has actually taken place, and the boy's fast. He can get into the low 21s, or sorry, 21s. That would be remarkably fast if he got it to the 21s.
Yeah.
31s. So.
Well, who do you bank on anyway?
Well, there's no Mr. Onion. Apparently, he's away peeling, as I was told.
Well, Onion is there, yeah. He's in P16.
Is he? Oh, so he is. So what was that all about? I was being told he wasn't there. Well, anyway, you can't discount Onion because, you know, he wins pretty much every race. However, we do have the other heavyweights: Keyboard Magnuson, Aaron, Contender, Gary, Silver, Luigi. But from what I've seen, it's a hard one though. This is, you know what? It's getting really exciting because Luigi is fast. Like the boy, he is remarkably quick. But so is Gary. Gary's really strong here. Contender, as we know, is a fast racer as well, but I believe he's turned off his assists for this one. So whether that's going to have a negative impact on him is yet to be seen. I'm going to give it... I really want to give it to Luigi for pole. Initially, I want to give it to pole for Luigi, but I'm sure he won't find it too hard if I say I'm actually going to put a punt on Gary for getting pole here. So that was a really long...
Who's going to win the race then?
I need to see the order of the grid first. Normally it's...
Well, but that's half the fun. Come on, man.
But mate, Matt Bance...
You need to... Well, see, you can predict someone is going to be pole position, but you can also predict who's going to win the race. You don't need to be on pole to do that. You know? I think Silver's going to win it, to be honest. I'm just going to say it now. I see, the thing is, I said it in qualifying too in Brazil when he ended up winning the race. Right? You need to say it early to give them luck. You know what I mean? I think Silver's got this one.
Well, look, Onion Barge has got... Not only is he quick on one lap pace, his race pace is really consistent, as he's shown out through the season. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm really struggling to pick someone here because there are so many. I'll tell you what. Well, I'll wait till it gets down to about 5 minutes left to give me some time to think about it and see how the guys are performing, and then I'll give you who I think. Who I think is going to win the race win.
Well, I'm just going to give you mine right now. Onion for pole and Silver for race win. Assuming Silver doesn't have an issue with getting disconnected again. That's also very possible. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, my top 3 picks at the moment is going to be Luigi, Gary, and Onion. I haven't seen Aaron for a while, so I don't know how much practice he's got in. Just the guys who are race ready, from what I've seen so far, is Luigi, Gary, and Onion.
You know, I have a more important question. I think that everyone watching is more interested in as well.
Oh, go on.
Who's going to win qualifying and who's going to be ahead in the race? Either Thimo or Wimpy3 trademark.
Oh!
This is a bit controversial, so be careful with what you say.
See, I've got beef with Thimo, as anyone who's watched the streams recently knows.
Yeah, he ended your career
he thinks he ended my career, but that was just a kind of a false sense of security I give him. I was saying that to try and give him a little bit of a G up, you know.
That didn't work when he finished ahead of you.
Actually, I finished ahead of him, but the penalties decided otherwise.
Alright, so anyway, who's on the lap? Gary is. I think you might want to have a look at him.
Let's have a little look at...
He's definitely a contender. So now people on the second runs are really going to start testing the limits. But I don't think it's until the very last run for people where you will really see the fast times, when people go all out.
Yeah, it's like you were saying to me, Bance, in another conversation whereby, you know, there's effectively 3 stages of qualifying.
For me, anyway. I don't know how that applies to everyone else.
I think it does apply to most people because you can see a lot of people do kind of follow that I don't know what you'd say, that policy, that strategy. So Wimpy and Thimo?
Yeah, I mean, in the chat we're getting Milos who's making the bold prediction that Thimo's going to outqualify Wimpy3 trademark. However, he will be rage quitting the race. He. And then Terra, I assume, agreeing with him there, replies, ahi.
So, what is that ahi thing all about?
Oh, I cannot say that on the stream.
Oh, right, okay, so it doesn't matter then. What was that? What was that they say? We'll speak after.
Yeah, we will speak after.
Okay. Elementrix asks in the chat, Tipsy! All capital letters. Where is Kitty? Well, the last time I checked, Madame Kitsune was in playing Zelda. Other games are available, of course, but that's the one she chooses to play. I don't think Thimo will rage quit. And I know he's a bit of like trolling about there, but I don't think Thimo will rage quit. He's sort of honed down
He will
on that.
passively decide that he doesn't want to race anymore.
Yeah. He's pretty consistent, like, and I mean, it was quite remarkable how he didn't get himself any penalties for Singapore. But of course, I did point out in the interviews that I would say the main reason that Thimo didn't get any penalties whatsoever in Singapore is because he wasn't really pushing it. He was just kind of just cruising around. Bit of trolling in chat here. I'm gonna have to just.
Yeah, I think Milos is right. I think Timo is going to. I don't want. So, we'll see.
Well, we're running on board with Wimpy here as he's on the outlap.
Yes, we should give both of them, I think, a couple of... Oh,
P7.
Wimpy 3 trademark has gone P7 behind his teammate.
The 132.6, so he sets the gauntlet down to Thimo. Where is Thimo? Thimo just cruising around Sunday afternoon, cutting the corners.
Oh. He tried to cut the corner and hit the wall.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I did have that on stream.
I got that on stream, and I think he actually needs to watch that because, from my remember, I think the SLR boys are looking at people who cut the corners just to get back to the pits.
Oh.
No.
Timo's disqualified from the race. Please leave the game. Oh yeah, they say you cut the course. According to Mr. Mark Harrison 4 in chat.
So the 132.6 from Wimpy, I believe, I've only done a bit of running, a little bit off running on Russia. I reckon that's just a reasonably, it's like a pretty decent time. It's an average time to set. I don't know. I can see a few guys in the order here who I know can go quicker than that, like Keyboard, Costa, Adam. Who else? Vinny, Matthias, Onion.
Yeah, Onion also. He's not done a lap yet. Or has he just invalidated all of them? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have a quick look.
Okay.
So he has invalidated his attempt, his first one on the soft. So he's going to have 2 shots at this. Doesn't completely open the math.
So Onion Barge is on an outlap, so he's...
Yeah, I would keep your view on him for the lap.
Yeah, he's our championship leader by quite a margin, and he's the guy that we are waiting to see what kind of time he can put in to see if he can spoil the party up top, as Contender does get provisional pole. So it's looking like if he has done as he said and dropped the assists, then it's having pretty much no effect whatsoever. And that is kind of something that a lot of the people do suggest. I know many people have said it on the stream, that generally if you are a fast racer, regardless, if you're fast and you've got 1 or 2 assists on, then you're still going to be fast, if not faster, when you learn without them. So I'm not surprised to see Contender up there. But Onion Barge is now on his official timed lap, and he's leaving it late with only just about 4 minutes to go. So let's see how he goes.
Yeah. First exit, pretty good. A
Pretty
bit
clean,
conservative, but pretty good exit.
I reckon, getting the conservative lap in will get you pretty far in Russia, because it is so easy. In some of these corners, it's just so easy to cut it and get invalidated. In others, you can really abuse them. So a little bit of inconsistency in Russia. With the
He's doing well though
He
at
really
the
is.
moment. He's leaving a bit of room there, but that's, he still technically has another shot at it. I don't know if that was an invalidation. I don't think so. But it's really giving it all.
Yeah, it's looking pretty tidy at the moment. Nice and smooth and consistent. That third corner he's just come round is pretty much the main last corner that you could really invalidate your time. Of course, you could invalidate it here if you cut a little bit too tight, but the rest of these corners are reasonably easy to navigate. You want to not be too quick, not too eager on the power up there, or you'll spin out. Happened to me a few seasons ago.
I actually find this the hardest complex on the lap as well, with the traction issues.
The traction issues definitely is an issue, but I mean, in terms of cutting it, like it's.
Oh, for cutting, yeah. Oh, I think he cut that last one. I'm not sure.
Ooh, he gets it.
He goes P2.
Costa. Costa's in P1.
Yeah, Costa's in P1. Hold on a second.
No, I was racing him in practice. Yeah, I was racing him in practice, and I was able to get past him, and I'm not able to do a 31.2. So, a potential sandbagging by Mr. Costa in practice, but Luigi is cruising around this final sector.
Pole by 4/10. That would be something.
I'll just quickly check there for what is it? Yeah, 0.4 tenths. Yeah.
So, Costa might be going for a number 2. He might be going for another lap. I'm not sure.
Well, I'm on board with Luigi. He's setting his now a final official timed lap. So this is it. This is Luigi is going for it. He is going for that P1. See if he can get that Renault up at the top spot, and shortly when he comes round. Oh, I think he's invalidated that lap. That looked like all 4 wheels were off the track. I may have been wrong, but that looked like an invalidation. So we'll stick with him anyway.
Very hard.
If he manages to keep that in, and he has improved by just under a tenth, so it's not quite quick enough yet. And who's that in the other Renault? Adam, taking my green helmet. Well, I see he's coming around sector 2 now. We should see the time screens. He really needs to be chopping away at that pole position time if he wants to get anywhere near it, because a tenth up on his time is not enough yet. I think he's actually has bottled out of it. He has. Luigi has bottled out of it, so he must have. Yeah, he definitely has invalidated. So that has taken Luigi out of contention for P1, but Contender is now starting his outlap, as is Gary. So I want to keep an eye on Gary as well, and Silver, and Darren. All these guys are setting it up. So here we go. A little bit of distraction there. The missus came into me there with an epic cup of tea. It just brought me some French bread. Epic!
Oh, that is very epic.
I'm telling you, it's like ginger kind of spice bread. It's epic. But Contender, watching Contender, seems to be pretty tidy at the moment, and he's up just about a tenth and a half. So definitely an improvement. Still not enough. Still not the fastest sector just yet. But my goodness, he is on it. Thimo has retired, so Wimpy gets P. Wimpy's in P6. That's a great time by Wimpy.
Yep, it is indeed.
But Contender is still on this. Coming up near the end of sector 2. Watching the deltas, guys. Keeping an eye on that delta top right hand corner to see how much of his improvement, if any, he's improved again, up 2 tenths. 8.76, still quite not enough. I don't think he's not going to be able to claw back enough to get pull, I don't think. But potentially get himself into P2. And then I'm going to quickly switch to Gary as well, as we watch Contender navigate these last final 2 corners. A painful last corner, and he puts it in P2 as I expected. Yes, so let's switch on with Gary.
Yeah, there he goes. Nether as well on the lap at the moment, about to finish this up.
Netherluke does have some fast pace in him. Of course, he is an assist boy, so that will give him some advantage in traction.
Oh, he made a mistake in that last corner. That lap's gone.
So Verk and Motocrossers are the last 2 guys. Verk is on his, I think he's on his outlap, so he's not round in time. So I don't know whether that's a bug, but it's saying on his outlap. But
no, I think he's finishing his lap.
No, it's saying outlap for me, but let's see. Where does it?
Yeah. It does say outlap, but I assume That was the
P2?
lap it was, I think.
Or sorry, P12.
Yep.
So that's our order. Real big disappointment for Luigi there because he was on a...
And Timo.
Antimo, of course. I mean...
That's bottled it. I'm gonna quickly check how his laps were. I assume he got all of his laps invalidated. He didn't, actually.
Milosh is asking, is the bread white then? No, it's well, it's like a gingery color. No, before you even start, Pants, just nothing. Say nothing, okay? But it is a gingery color.
You are what you eat, is all I'm saying.
I like it, Pants. I like it. Sharp as a knife. Yeah, so Wimpy continuing and exerting his dominance. Oh, Terror has literally already said it before I said it. Yes, trademarking.
He's trademarking his dominance.
But what a time from Costa. Didn't see that one. I will be honest, I didn't even put him in the top 3, so my bad. I was just going on what I've experienced with Costa. I know he's fast. Didn't think he had a 131.2 in him, but Onion has got a bit of competition here. Matthias, Luigi, Contender, Costa. It's game on for this race. I did tell you I would give my shout out who I think is going to get the race win.
Mm-hmm.
It's been, even whenever you asked me, Bance, I did have a name and I really wanted to say it, but I just wasn't sure. And even though he didn't put it on poll, I'm gonna go with Luigi. I'm gonna go with Mario's brother.
Who do you prefer, Mario or Luigi?
Well, I'm not really a Nintendo man, but it's a me. Yeah, I like Mario, but I like Luigi. No, do you know what? I like Luigi more than Mario because I go for the
Because
underdog.
he's taller.
Well, because he's taller.
He's the underdog. Well, actually, he jumps higher and he's taller. And he's got a more impressive mustache.
I'm being told that I have no soul, and I think that's reference to an earlier comment.
Yeah, about the gingerbread, right?
In case anyone's thinking, we're making them believe that I may have indeed ginger hair, which is of course not true. I actually have like a dark browny auburn color. Okay.
Ah, yes.
So,
I have a petition right now. I know OceanChief is in chat. I want to make an official petition to make the Wimpy 3 trademark versus Thimo standings, I think. To compare the two. I think they deserve to be represented next to the normal ones, because I think it's a very important championship as well.
Well, Elementrix is shouting at Kitty. I'm going to just take this moment, very unprofessionally, while they're coming around the finish lap, to drop my headphones, to leave the microphone, and get Kitty onto the live chat. So give me literally 2 seconds.
Unacceptable commentating over here. I'm sorry, guys, that he's being so unprofessional. We'll do better next time.
Gamer,
Thomas says Bob is a ginger,
I'm
to be
coming,
honest.
I'm coming. There we are. I believe Madame Kitsune is on the chat.
What is she playing for, Zelda? Breath of the Wild?
No, she was playing another one, some older one, on the Wii.
On the Wii?
On the Wii.
What? Like on the Wii, not the Wii U?
No, I think it was the Wii U. Look, Madame Kitsune, if you could please inform the community of what game you were actually playing, please, because I don't know.
Oh, Skyward Sword. There you go.
So, here we go, Vance. I'm going to try and eat my bread and drink my tea without letting anybody know.
That's very unprofessional, but okay. We would never do something like that, but okay.
No, it's unprofessional if you hear me chomping, like you heard Milosh in Formula 2 with his crisps.
That is true. Disgusting.
It was absolutely revolting.
Disgusting. I hope you got banned from the league.
Spit emoji, spit emoji.
Listen, okay, I presume you're going to look at the front. I'm going to leave my eyes on Thimo at the beginning for the second championship.
Okay. Well, the camera is on Costa. Hopefully we can get a... Oh, we need to get the details up quickly, the data. And please don't tell me that we have got an issue with Russia. Oh, okay, it's game on. It's game on. Here we go. The lights.
Oh
I don't
god,
have
I
a good
thought for a
camera.
second.
Here we go. And drive-through penalty for Neth. Luke jump start, but Costa leads the field. Oh wait. Oh, and Matthias got a
Oh,
rocket.
the Renault gets crashed out.
Matthias has got a fantastic start. He's squeezing in between Onion, Barge, and Luigi. And Aaron is also trying to stand it up the inside. We've got almost 3 wide.
Oh my god, Thimo.
Excuse me, I'm choking on me on the excitement here. So Costa is still able to lead away. And Luigi has gained a position up to P2. Matthias has also gained as well. He had a rocket start. And we've got, oh, look at the McLaren, got nearly sideways, nearly took out Aaron. Oh, it's all kicking off here.
What I want to mention is what Kotan that didn't actually get put in the race. With 19 drivers.
He didn't get included, so that's what happened. So we've lost a potential contender. Forgive the pun.
He just didn't get his car spawned out of the formation.
That's the issues that we were worried about with Russia.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's well done, Codemasters.
Really sorry to him. That
Well
yeah,
done.
that really sucks, man.
But yeah, further back there, what have we got here? We've got yellows in sector 2, but we've got Aaron is harassing this McLaren, and is he going to go for it? I think it's a bit hurry to go for it. He is going for it, and he's going down the inside of the McLaren, and has he got the move done? On board is side by side with McLaren, still side by side around this tight and twisty section. Oh, and then Gary runs him right to the wall. Oh, this is fantastic racing, but oh, what's going on here? Oh, we've got a Ferrari literally driving on top of Silver's car, so I'm going to change camera because that is giving me a headache. So Aaron did get the move done on Gary. After all, I did a bit of practicing and I was running side by side for like an entire lap with Weasel, which is, it can be done. You can run side by side in this track, but you need 2 very competent and compliant drivers. And we had 2 very competent drivers in Gary and Aaron for that little bit of an overtake. But further up front, I missed it, forgive me. We have Luigi has taken the lead off Costa, and further back, Matthias has got the lead, got the position from Onion Barge. Oh, and we've got Onion Barge run really wide. He's way off track there. He must have some form of damage. I don't see any damage on his car, but he's really struggling. Yeah, Onion is really struggling for, I don't know whether it's front end or rear end. But this is fantastic to see. A lot of people don't like Russia, but I know me and Chief, we do love Mother Russia because it does give some fantastic races. And we have further back, we have Gary on for the move on. Defending from Verk actually, and Verk gets the move, so I wonder if Gary got some issue here because Gary is dropping down the field. And
Yep, something happened.
Sorry, Bands.
Way at the back, Mr. Thimo, Mozzie Gaming, and Vinny having a 3-way at the moment. That Timo's losing out and pretty hard. Thimo made up 2 positions from the start, but he's just been struggling to keep the pace.
Yeah, I'm just running on board with Thimo here, and you got Vinny. He's, making it quite clear he is there. He wants it moved. He wants that position. But up front, we've got Onion on Wimpy. Onion gets the move back done on Wimpy to reclaim P3 with the DRS. Wimpy is doing a phenomenal job today in that Ferrari.
Yeah, it's going to hurt Thimo in the Wimpy through Trademark versus Thimo Championship.
And we've got Silver going side by side with Wimpy around the big long bend. Whooping bend, forgive me, I don't know the name. Oh, Wimpy and Silver arc! Contact!
Oh my god!
Massive crash!
Silver out of the race and Wimpy retires. That means that Thimo is leading this race away from Wimpy 3 Trademark. In fact, the only way Thimo can lose this now is if he gets disqualified from this session.
That was a humongous crash between the two of them. Wimpy is going to be raging with that hit. I know Wimpy, he will be definitely thinking that was maybe Silver, maybe trying to send it up the inside. I don't know. Not for me to say. All we witnessed was quite a remarkable crash. And I'm surprised no safety car. I don't know if the safety car's been disabled. Sorry, Bance, if I'm just waffling on here. If you want to jump in, feel free. But
No, go ahead.
Mozzie is... oh, he got a contact with Thimo! and he manages to hold on to it. Yeah, a little bit of a push there from Mozzie on Wimpy, or sorry, Thimo. So,
Man, I just reviewed the incident as well. It seems very unfortunate. I'm not entirely sure. We only have one angle, but it seems that on turning, they're turning together, but Wimpy might slightly
turned in a bit too much.
Friction past the rear tire of Silver, so Silver couldn't turn in as much anymore.
Yeah.
And so it was just understeering off the track, and Wimpy, as he had his tire there, went with him. So that is unlucky. It could also be a netcode. But it wasn't, them banging into each other and crashing.
No.
As per, how you would usually expect something like that to go. It's just a bit unlucky.
Thimo was getting racy here. He's trying to get that position back off Mozzie, and he had it potentially back, but ran very wide. Mozzie just slipped in up the inside of him there. Yeah, it's difficult for me to just give an initial verdict or a fair verdict on the instance that happened, because I just get more reactive more than anything. I'm also not saying who's to blame there. I'm just saying what I think happened. Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to play the FIA.
Of course, yeah. We're not. Anyone who does watch these, and maybe if hears us, maybe attributing blame to someone, we don't. We just call what we think we see. But, of course, that will be sorted out by the FIA. But Vinny and Thimo and Mozzie are going at it hammer and tong here. And Thimo is defending against no, he's not. Thimo is going for the move on Mozzie. He gets the move done, but then Mozzie gets it back off him again. So... And then Vinny's going to slip up the inside. He needs to watch the rear end of Thimo's car there, so...
Oh, Mozzie does make a mistake, though. Doesn't really get the momentum out of the corner. You need to remember that Thimo was on a harder tyre compound.
Yes, and Timo's also going to get the DRS, but he's also going to have to defend from Vinny. So everything you got now, Thimo, full attack, overtake mode, DRS, thank you. Here we go, let's going to see how he's going to... pull this one off. We got a Toro Rosso for that. So Thimo is going for the move, straight forward move. Don't lock up.
Ooh, yeah, he didn't commit enough though, and just for safety reasons, and he lost 2 positions because of it.
A little bit of hesitation in Thimo to really get stuck in, get the elbow. I was going to say get a pair of balls there, but get the elbows out and get stuck in. Don't be afraid to. Not necessarily send it, of course, but be committed to that move. Let them know I'm coming through. Of course, cleanly, of course, if possible.
Sarah says I'm shot 3 car widths.
Yeah.
That is a good meme, sir.
Oh, I need to take a breather. 5 laps of just madness there. I need to take a little bite of my lovely gingerbread.
Yeah, I'm still watching on with Vinny and Mozzie. Mozzie actually gaining quite a lot of ground and moving away from the other two. So that's interesting. You would usually expect, especially Vinny, to be relatively fast drivers. But this track, it usually does a good job at mixing up the pace of the field. Because there are a lot of people who don't really like practicing for this track.
Is that a dig? Is that some sort of dig at me? Because I have been practicing. Well, I'm taking it personally.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
But this is great. This is the kind of thing we want, because it's great for the viewers. It's great for us to commentate, and then of course it's great for the guys who makes the highlights reel. Action, drama. 6 laps in, and we've had some action already. We have lost Silver and Wimpy, an incident between those two. So a humongous crash, definitely on Silver's side, went up almost cooped the car over, lost his front wheel, and Wimpy also, his car was wrecked as well. So anyone interested in seeing that, you can scroll back on the stream and see that again. But so far they are the only 2 cars that we have lost so far. I don't want to tempt fate, but I would imagine there may be another 1 or 2 more, because Russia's not quite as unforgiving as Singapore and Baku and Monaco, but I mean, some of the corners are, the walls are quite close, and if you get it wrong, it could be a game over. But Verk is closing up on the back of Aaron, of course with the help of the DRS. He's going to have to stay behind him a little bit longer here. I don't think there's much Aaron can do here. Verk does have some pure raw pace today, and that Williams, not something you would hear very often. That's not an indictment on Verk, it's more the car he's driving. But yeah, so Verk's going to have the DRS on Mr. Aaron. Here we go. He is close enough.
Yes, guys, smash the like if you think you will overtake him, and smash the like if you don't think you will overtake him.
Either way, smash the like.
Is interesting.
But yeah, Aaron is right up his chuff. You don't want to get too close, boys, because there's always the threat of the desync. You know, it's all right, you know, following nice and closely behind these guys. Something I am kind of guilty of myself. I like to follow right up the back gearbox of guys to really terrorize them, but it can go wrong with the desync. So far, so good, though.
I think in F1 2019, it's a lot more
it's more stable, yeah. At least that's something they fixed. Oh. Any idea of the tire strats bands? I know generally Russia is an easy one stop.
Yeah, there's no real tire wear on this track. I mean, between the people starting on softs and on mediums, I don't think they will have a very big pace difference until the very end of the stints. They last a very long time.
The thing is,
So, soft to medium, a bit medium to soft for sure.
yeah, that's why I'm just wondering about this hard tire for Costa and Beats and Adam. I mean,
I don't know why they're doing that.
Why
I mean,
did they do that?
really pit?
Well, Costa must have pit because he was P1.
Yeah, he did pit.
And
Okay.
he's only done 4 laps after 8 laps, so he has pitted for the hard. So
Yeah, I mean, if you pit now, you can definitely make it to the end on mediums. But I don't know about then.
Keyboard Magnussen getting a move done. Almost done, yes, it is done, but Crimsonium is standing up the inside. Off track, so Crimsonium will have to lift off. I think he has lifted off there. No, he hasn't. He's still sending it. Oh, a little bit of a... Not really any touching, really, but Crimsonium manages to defend that and get the position back. Looked like a little bit of off track there on that for first chicane, but yeah, I think it's probably all forgiven.
Yeah,
Too
so
much
Thimo
wrong
on
there.
P11. He does have OceanChief and Icewind as his radio guys at the moment. But it doesn't seem to be helping him a huge amount just now, as he's going wide seemingly every corner.
Who's this, sorry?
Timo Brown. And here again as well.
Yeah, it's going to have a wee run on board with him.
Yeah, have a look. He's being a bit cheeky with the corners right now, I have to say.
So if he gets penalties, that means he can't drive, because that's exactly what he said to me before I actually streamed. If I got a penalty in Singapore, it's because I can't drive. So Mr. Thimo, the pressure is on. No penalties.
Oh, there's a huge crash here with Crimsonium and Keyboard Magnussen.
Yeah, and so much so, Crimsonium gets himself a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision.
Keyboard Magnussen is forced into the pits. The problem here is that he can't go and finish on the soft tire now, and he's on the mediums. So he will have to either go onto the hards or two-stop.
Sorry, I was just listening to the way you said the hards.
Really?
Yeah, you
Really?
have to go on the hards. Although I
Oh,
can't.
Magnussen, he actually DNF.
He's actually probably just rage quitted more than
He's
anything.
retired, yes.
I think it's a bit rich for me making fun of someone's accent, but Keyboard Magnussen is the confirmation that I did make that Silver and Wimpy will not be the only 2 drivers to not finish, because although it wasn't really Russia that caused Keyboard Magnussen's DNF, need to keep an eye on the chat here. The hordes, Bob. I don't get that, Mr. Tara. That's another one. That's another pound in the box because I don't get it.
The hordes, because that's how...
Oh, the
Hards.
hordes.
The hards.
Ah,
The hard
yes.
tires.
The hordes, yes. The hordes.
The hordes.
It's like the way I say hours, as in the time of the clock. I just said like 4 hours. People say, what's ours? 4 hours. Or snake.
I can't be yours.
Yeah. Turd. Oh, I can say that. It's okay. I can say turd.
Well, Mr. SLR is in third place.
Turd, yes. You know,
And
Bance.
Thimo is driving like a turd.
Oh, that's okay. So you do understand that then? I was gonna say that the turd has another meaning. But...
I'm not you, Tipsy. I do understand jokes usually.
Well, it's not that I don't understand them. It's just that I'm just they go over my head because I'm just old.
Well,
Although, in
Mr. Mark-
fact, in saying that, that's not actually a valid excuse because Mr. Terry is 1 day younger than me, and he gets them. So, but then of course he is from Oxford, so what to expect?
Maybe you're just a boomer.
I think so. But yes, who we got on board here? So the closest battle on track at the moment is SLR Matthias on Onion Barge. Horst. Pete Pierlatula. I probably murdered that name.
Pixel Corful.
Pixel Corful. Oh no, I love Adam's accent. How would you do that again? Tipsy. No, that's not it. I need to listen to him more. I love accents, but I have to just try and figure out Adam's. Where is it from? Yorkshire, isn't it? Yorkshire? No, it's from Dorset.
From Yorkshire.
I'm from Dorset. Okay, that's enough. We said we're going to be professional today.
Mr. The Pixel says in chat, sorry.
You know an accent I love?
Go on then.
I love it. Was it set up, mate?
Cockney,
No,
is that- that's Cockney.
was it London? All right, mate. As it can. I'm from London, boy. Hey.
It's like Assetto.
I don't know what word it is. All right, boy. Or you? That's a
No,
lovely.
yeah, bruv.
Bruv. You're right, bruv. Thing about the United Kingdom is there's just so many different accents. It's fantastic.
You know, one of the more interesting ones I find is if you have a British and an American person, is if a Brit goes and says, "Oh, bruv, let's smoke a fag," the Americans pull out the shotgun.
Yeah.
I find it's an interesting difference between the languages.
The thing is, and if you go onto the American server of Rainbow Six and ask what's the British slang for a cigarette, you get banned for some reason. So
You what? That's just disrespectful.
I'm telling you, I mean, you know. What is Brummy? They're asking. Brummy? He's from Birmingham. That's Birmingham.
Okay, people in chat did not seem impressed with my joke.
Well, for the record, I liked it, pants. No.
At least you did get that joke.
Well, at least I did get one, yeah. You know, it's hard to follow jokes whenever my whole life is a joke. But anyway.
Yep.
I'm. What is it? The word self-deprecating? Is that the way you put that? I'll put myself down.
Yes. Another word for that is being a Gen Z.
Oh. Well. The smoke joke was amazing. The Peaky Blinders, alright, boys.
Total Wizard has said that it is anti-homosexual. Actually, it was supposed to be a joke against smoking. Thank you very much.
Yes, so I don't know what Toto's on about, or Toto.
Anya leaves the pits right in front of Thimo.
Yes, I have it. No, I don't. I'm working out a battle further back.
Well, you're gonna say you have it, and then you remembered, oh yeah, wait, he can actually double check and see that I don't have it.
No, I was looking at a McLaren there, but it was Gary, the better McLaren driver. Although in saying that, Thimo is in P4, although he hasn't pitted yet.
Well, I mean, everyone behind him is pitted. And the guys he's fighting with at the moment are Vinny, mainly Vinny, and he's 5 seconds ahead of him. But all he knows that all he needs is to not get disqualified in order to finish ahead of Wimpy in their epic fight for the championship.
Yeah, there was something rolling across the track there. I wasn't sure what it was. It looked like a go-kart wheel, or maybe it was the bollard.
What?
Anywho, yeah, there's a bollard flying around across the screen. There's quite a little battle starting to develop here behind Crimsonium. In fact, Mozzie Gaming I think Eamon's got some pace in him and some of these stints. As he's right up the chuff off Van Beats, he's going for it. This should be pretty straightforward pass. Although anything can happen in Russia. Yeah, okay. All good.
Van Beats is on hot tires, so they are not going to have. He's not going to have a tire advantage all race, no matter which way he puts it.
One accent is epic, but some people don't like it. But I think it's a class accent. Is the Scouser? Alright, Chuck, alright, darling, fancy Barney.
Oh no! Please stop.
Alright, Chuck, alright, Bans, how's it going, mate? Hey, shout out, come down, hey. Anyway, come on, stop it, Bob, stop it. Professional.
Oh god.
Alright, Chuck, alright,
that sounds like Dutch people trying to speak German. I think we've offended enough people now.
That's
guys,
exactly what I was going to
button.
That's what I was going to say. We're going to get letters.
Just smash the like button, guys. And that's it, really.
Mr. Terry, give me some love for the... Alright, Chuck, alright, darling. Hey, Bans, hey, you. Hey, come down, mate. Hey.
Terry says that it's an A+ accent.
Elementrix thinks that just sounds wrong. Anyway.
I mean, at least if you speak that way, we can understand what you're saying. So I see that as a benefit.
Wait, do you want me to speak in Scouts from now on? Or Geordie?
I would love to say yes for the joke, but also please don't.
Yeah, I would love to. I need to listen to Adam a bit more to try and get that accent. I do love accents. But anyway, that's for another podcast, so to speak. We have a race on our hands. I think it's okay for us to... Luigi having a little look at Thimo, yeah. It's okay for us to go off on a little bit of a sidetracking whenever it's the middle of the race, because everyone's just kind of slotting around into their places due to their strategies. Whenever we get into the meat of this race near the end, we'll switch to the action.
Yep, sounds fair to me. Do you speak any Cockney?
Cockney?
Yeah.
Well, isn't Mark O'Kane? Isn't Mark O'Kane? My name's Mark O'Kane. Not a lot of people know that. What was it?
I don't know.
Yeah, Mr. Plow, blow the bloody doors off.
Oh, and Thimo hits the wall!
Thimo!
Traction out of the corner. He cracks under pressure and lets his teammate pass. I think that was supposed to simulate Crashgate.
I'm surprised Thimo doesn't literally just crumble apart the amount of time he cracks.
Yeah, you'd think so. So I assume he's going to pit now for soft tires, because that's the only way he's going to salvage this race.
Yeah, so, okay, box now.
Box now. You know, the only time I've really heard someone truly speak Cockney was like an American politician speaking Cockney accent. He was going, "Oh, Bernie Sanders, yeah."
Don't, because I did that one time and everyone said I was just cringe. And Bernie Sanders, Bernie.
But you are cringe, so.
Well, I mean, I just embrace what I am, you know.
Well, I can respect that.
Bernie. Come on, Thimo.
How come it's cringe to say that, but not to shout "rated extreme"?
Well, what's wrong with shouting "rated extreme"?
Yeah, rated extreme.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I don't think so.
Alright, boys, calm down.
So Mr. Beamer is leaving on the soft tire compound. He's going to the end, and he's not completely outside of the points streak.
So Mr. Beamer, he may indeed have a little bit of pace. Oh, we've got a little bit of action further back there.
For sure. He's only like 4 seconds off of P10 at the moment. So, and he's on by far the better tires, pace-wise.
Oh, of course, we're going through all these accents and we haven't done the Scottish. Beat it!
Scottish.
I'm from Scotland. Alright. You know, everyone knows Billy Conley. You know.
Yeah, another thing to point out, some points out in chat as well, Tipsy. Luigi has gotten past Matthias.
Yes, I am running on board with Mr. Luigi.
And we should run on board with Matthias instead, because he's going to have DRS.
We are on board with Mr. Matthias, indeed.
Indeed. So Vinny is in the pits.
So Monsieur Luigi is going to have to activate the big defense mode. Although I think Matthias
He does not at all have to do that. It doesn't look like Matthias is actually looking to push. He's looking to charge his battery, I think, and just stick behind him to the tail end of the race.
Oh yeah, Pretorius. Sorry.
But might lose him actually out of his reach. Sorry, continue.
No, I was just going to say, Pretorius makes a good point there that Wimpy does a fantastic impression of the South African accent. He's actually really convincing. I know I'm trying to do this. I know a guy that we get a bit of work done from, in the real world. We have a contract that comes in, and he's called Graham. He's from South Africa. He's called Graham, and he tells me all the time about South Africa. Graham, I'm murdering that one. I can't do that one yet, so apologies.
I mean, they could also just take
the
a more tribal accent of African and go.
Well, yeah, he says that a lot. Hey boy, my name's Graham. That's about the limit of my South African. Very difficult accent. But anywho, so we're approaching the latter stages of this race. It's not really yeah, there's one. Whilst there's no really close battles at the moment. Although in saying that, Thimo.
Yeah, Matthias dropped out of the DRS of Luigi, so.
Oh, there's moves being done up ahead, but I want to run on board with Thimo here because he's got DRS on Nethlook with those fresh tires, so he's gonna. We may, and I note this with a severe note of caution. We may actually see an overtake by Thimo. I mean, he's got fresh softs, and the guys ahead of him are on older mediums, and he's gonna have DRS. If he doesn't pass, he may as well just retire. Here we go. Thimo has a couple of cars up ahead of him, which, given the amount of laps that's left, 10 laps, and his tyres, he should be able to do it. Nethlook getting the move done on Mozzie. Thimo's going for it. He's getting the move done on Mozzie. Is he going to go for Nethlook as well? No, he doesn't wisely. Oh, Nethlook! Mozzie bumps the back off Thimo there. The Mozzie and Thimo are continuing this battle. Mozzie's up the inside. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Yes.
Oh boy.
That was all on Mozzie, I have to say. I'm sorry. He was front right, was pushing on the rear left of Thimo. Remarkably, Thimo did not spin, but Mozzie did, and I seen quite a hefty chunk off his front wing. So that is Mozzie pretty much out of this battle between Thimo and Nethlook. That, of course, will give Thimo a little bit of a breather to hunt down Nethlook this next time around. He says, I'm climaxing. I haven't quite climaxed just yet. But I'm getting there.
We speak after. So you would expect Thimo. Nethlook cracking under pressure from Mr. Beamer.
Or is he? Is he letting Thimo go so Nethlook gets the DRS?
You could say that, but one thing is for sure, Thimo does have significantly faster tires on them at the moment.
Yeah, I will also point out on my screen, Nethlook has it's flicking between. It's just
yeah, for me as well.
It's like he's got multicolored tires that can't make its mind up what it wants.
What does it say on your info? Does it say medium tires?
He's got nine lap mediums, yeah, but on screen it keeps switching. So Thimo marching up. Oh, that may have been a warning.
Hello to Mr. Petker in chat.
Mr. whom?
Petker.
Oh, Mr. Petker has joined us. Good afternoon, Mr. Revo. Just looking down the order here. Yeah, this little battle that we're on board with at the moment is the closest one on track. My early prediction was Luigi would get the win. And I was almost right, although it's not over yet. Sitting in P2. It's just Onion's race pace is so quick. Like, he's really, really consistently fast. It's quite a You know, it's a hard skill to try and overcome if you've got someone who's naturally fast and is able to keep it up throughout their entire race distance. Oh, Revo. Don't say that. Irish people don't say that. It is the biggest stereotypic.
Of course they do. Have you not seen Jacksepticeye?
Who?
Says that Jacksepticeye.
Who's Jack? Who's that?
He's an Irish person that stands for all Irish people.
Well, he's obviously trolling because we do not say top of the morning to you. We don't say that. All right. So I'm sorry, Revo. I love Revo, but I have to do the put down. I have to call him out in that one. We don't say top of the morning to you.
Team on Crinzonium are having quite a battle.
I'm on it. Don't worry, I've got it. In fact, if you were in a pub or somewhere and somebody else not from Ireland came in and said top of the morning to you in a really stereotypical accent in Ireland, you'd get a slap in the face.
Oh, they only say it when talking to leprechauns.
Vance,
Apparently.
seriously, Vance, you are at severe risk here.
No, that's what Tara said.
Oh, what does he? Where did he say?
I mean, I agree with him, but that's what he said. It's every evening when you get your pot of gold.
Oh, me gosh. Oh, I've seen that comment. That's going to take a couple of days to get over that one.
Oh, his face. Oh. Timo backing off. He doesn't want to go for a cool overtake right here, ladies and gentlemen. He prefers to be stale. I'm only saying these things because I know he'll watch it back.
And the thing is, he's getting all the stream time, so I mean, he should at least entertain us. But we've got Verk up ahead. Whereabouts is he? So he didn't get the move done. So no, Verk will not get that move done. Let's switch back on to Thimo. See if he can get the DRS. So yes, Mr. Minosh, that is going to take a couple of days to try and get over that one. I'll address that in a moment because Thimo is going for it with the DRS up the inside. He's got on the right side of Crimsonium. He's given him loads of room, and in fact Thimo's given himself too much room. He's going to compromise his corner. That was an absolute horrendous piece of driving, Thimo. I mean, he literally gave himself no way of taking that corner.
I've told them in chat that in colorful language that he should in fact overtake him.
That
he is on the stream, so he's doing this for the fans watching.
I mean,
so what you see here is what he thinks you deserve to see.
The guy is just making it harder for himself. What are you doing, Thimo?
I mean, if he does a poor job, ladies and gentlemen, it's really because he doesn't think the fans deserve good racing.
But he had the move done, Vance. Why did he not just slot in front into the racing line? Why did he sit out there like, I don't know, Thimo?
It was very interesting. But he needs these comments so he can learn. Because that is not the way you want to overtake.
I will point out, if anyone's saying, oh, there's a bit of bias, Luigi is broken that gap of 1.5 seconds from Onion down to just over 0.2 of a second. So there's that moment now when I'm starting to forget how to speak English. Instead of the grass and lad. What's easy to speak English?
Timo's going for another overtake on Crimsonium, and this time he's going to get the outside line shown. Let's see how this goes.
I think he's got it done.
I think Crimsonium basically told him, listen, I'm going to give you the outside, Thimo, so that you will actually take the line into the corner. He just helped him overtake him.
So Luigi had the DRS on Onion, but I knew he would do this. He turned his battery off on that back straight or the back DRS zone so that he could charge it for this DRS zone, and then he can of course use the rest of that battery to try and break that 1 second gap on him. So this is for the potential race lead and of course for the potential race win, and to prove me right. Here we go. On to lap 22, yellows in sector 3. Luigi is crossing the DRS line now, and he will press the button. The rear flap opens up. He's got the DRS. Onion is going defensive, covering the inside line. Luigi is kicking the outside. Onion defended that well, and he wasn't able to get the cut back.
Oh,
still has it.
Chromosonium hits Thimo.
Onion Barge is running very wide. Luigi's down the inside. This is a great race. These guys do have a little bit of, I wouldn't say beef, but a little bit of history. Luigi's going for it. Oh, and weaving left and right, trying to get past them. Onion's stuck in the middle of the track, defending well. Luigi definitely has more pace at this stage of the race. They don't want to get too close. There was an incident between these guys. Onion Barge, he's harassed the Onion into mistakes here. So it's a disaster for Onion now.
So if we're looking right now, they both have 1 penalty each, so they're actually equal on time right now.
So this is for a race. Onion does take the inside line, cuts away.
Onion lets Luigi pass, presumably
much
to get the superior position at the moment, which is in fact second. He will be using this to save fuel.
Woo.
Yeah, as we just said, both both Luigi and Onion do have 3 seconds each.
But the thing is, Luigi has clearly shown he has got the pace in that Renault. So
yeah, Onion needs to be careful here with how much space he gives Luigi.
Yes, exactly.
And he sees it right now already. He can feel it because Luigi is slowly
almost over. Almost up to a second. But Onion will close up, of course, with that DRS. But
yeah, but even with it, he was still 6/10 off. But he's closing down now. He's definitely had a better exit.
Yeah, so the pressure's on.
Gained.
The pressure's on both of these guys, Bance, because no one wants
Matthias
to get. Yeah.
is right there as well, isn't he? And I don't think he has a penalty. No, he does actually have a penalty as well. Okay, so he's not in the running. It would have been an interesting spin because Matthias could have been in the running for the win.
What was going to say that there? Yeah, the pressure's on for both of these guys. They'll be feeling it because not only, are they racing for this race win, but one mistake, one more corner cut could potentially end their race win. So tense last few laps for these guys. Tense laps for Luigi to try and defend and not get another penalty. Also tense laps for Onion because he doesn't want to get a penalty to destroy any chances of maybe getting this position back. Question is Onion going to be using this opportunity to save fuel and battery and then mount an assault the last few laps?
That's for sure what he's doing here. He's not. He's making sure he stays in the second, but he's not doing anything more than that. But he doesn't have to either. Any battling he does with Luigi now is completely pointless. So it won't be until the last 2 laps, I assume, where you will see things kicking off. So relatively soon.
Yeah, you can see there on the screen, guys, the battery of Onion Barge doesn't come down that quickly. So he's really not deploying at all. He's trying to conserve that. Luigi.
Yeah, you can look at the number next to the RS. It tells you what mode they're in. 0 is off.
Yeah.
And 5 is overtake. Hot lap.
Yeah, so Luigi, what do you call him? Onion is off. He's on low at the moment, so he's charging. And Luigi is also pretty much charging. So they did this, and we've seen in Monza as well. They were playing games with each other. And meanwhile, while that is heating up, we've got a motocrosser on the back of Gary.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the ERS is a thing in this game.
Yeah.
Said it multiple times, but not only for the sort of pointless having to manage that apart from the fuel, but it leads to the battle for the wins being a lot less interesting than they could be, unfortunately.
Yeah, it comes down to basically who manages better, really, than...
I mean, it's just important when you're behind the leader to keep the gap and just save. You don't want to attack.
Yeah.
So that's a shame. But that's a topic for another day.
Just looking down if there's any other battles. Potentially Nethlook and Crimsonium. Motocrosser does get the pass done on Gary. Gary, of course, wasn't really going to be able to do much about that when there's 14-lap old tyres against reasonably fresh softs. So Motocrosser could actually do well here with these softs. 2 seconds down on Aaron, might get himself a P4, and he's catching fast. But catching fast also is Onion. He's up to 2/10, so Onion is starting to maybe put a little bit of pressure on here, Luigi.
Yep, but it doesn't really look... I mean, if you look at his battery, he's not actually charging anything.
Yeah.
He's keeping it balanced, so it looks like he does struggle a little bit to keep with him.
Yeah.
I don't know if the pace difference between the two on road pace will be important though.
Yeah, I think.
But another thing to note though is that Luigi is also completely aware of this, so he's also not using up his battery too much.
Yeah, but I think Luigi has the legs on him.
Yeah.
Definitely in the middle sector for sure. And then of course the final sector. This little section here, well, Terry even actually says it himself, they are the twisty bits, is the way he puts it. Luigi does seem to have it. Yellows in
yeah,
sector
there's a yellow
3.
flag deployed. Interesting.
So we're coming up to about with pretty much 2 laps to go, guys. So
yeah, it's going to be crunch time soon.
we're going to see some action things heating up here now. We've got a battle for P1, potentially a battle for P4, a battle for P11, a battle for P13. Of course, I'll do my best to keep it all over it. Onion is mounted. Oh, yeah, that was just enough and no more, I would say, just in front of him there. Onion's really going for it now, guys. Look at this. Onion is full attack.
Yeah.
He wants this, and you're seeing it now heating up. Luigi has responded to it as well. His battery is dropped, so this is it. 2 laps of pure mayhem between these two guys fighting for this race win.
Yeah, indeed.
Question is Luigi... I don't think he will. That wouldn't even be a question. I was going to say, is Luigi maybe going to let him pass and then get the DRS like we've seen before on the last lap? That would be a big risk to take. Track position is king.
Yeah, but there are still a couple DRS zones to go for them in this race, so I don't know. I mean, clearly Onion looks like he was unsure whether or not he was going to lose the gap, so he's used a lot of battery on this DRS straight to close up to him again. He's going to need it because the most important DRS of the lap is about to come up. Although the second one's no joke either.
Oh yeah.
It's a pretty long straight as well.
So here we are, guys. We are approaching the final lap for the race, and Luigi is in P1. And Onion run a bit wide. It's going to compromise his exit.
That was not the greatest exit.
So might not get it on this first DRS zone, and he's low
it's not
on
over
fuel.
though.
Luigi is low. They're both low on fuel, so they're getting the warning sign. So they will be at
interesting. Onion did not have the space to fuel save when it was behind him.
Yeah, that's why I was a bit surprised that as well. I thought he would have been doing a bit of fuel
This
saving.
would have really played into his hands, but it looks like maybe the pace difference was going to be a bit dangerous.
Forgive me also, everyone, if I haven't really paid much of attention on the chat. There's just been so much action at the moment, or so much. I don't know why I keep on saying at the moment. I need to stop saying that. There's been so much action on track and things to keep over that I haven't been looking too much in the chat. But I'm sure you will all forgive me, because this is some great battling here as we're going to approach this final DRS zone. And it's all or nothing. Onion has quite a much more battery than Luigi. And Onion is closing fast.
There's no way.
No chance. It's not going to be done. It's looking like... I don't want to be on board too much because I don't want to get a block. But
yeah, Onion's gonna be going full ERS, what you'd think, but he's not actually. He's not using all his battery, which is weird because there's no way he's gonna... You lose it all.
Why is he on 0 on the last car? You want to just deploy it all?
I don't know why he's done that. It's given away any chance he could have possibly had.
But crossing the line is Luigi.
Oh, Onion makes a mistake into the last
corner. And he lost. Yeah, well, I think he did that on purpose. Luigi crossed the line. I did call it. Epic! Thank you, Mr. Luigi. Merci beaucoup, mon ami. I called it. I said Luigi would get the race win. Bant said Silver, and Silver was...
Well, I didn't want to vote on the same guy twice.
I listened to the backtracking. Chief and I
think I said that as well, you know that, right? Before I set my picks, and I wasn't going to pick the same one again, you bastard.
Chief and I think you can say that. Chief and I called Luigi, the wise men have spoken. We are smoking. The wise
Sorry,
men...
it's not over. Sorry, I need to interrupt you. Timo, right now, T10.
Thimo on P10.
It has to be said that he wasn't able to keep up with Costa, who was on 25 lap old hards, even though he's on 12 lap old softs. It is just something to point out about Mr. Timo Brown.
He crosses the line, and does he?
But does he keep the points?
He does.
Does he?
Yes.
Wait.
Mr. Timo gets P10.
I don't know how many penalties. Oh, did he not have any penalties at all?
No.
Oh. Well, that's one thing at least.
He's saying, what do you call it, Tipsy? What do you call what? Well, whenever Pixel says, did Bance just crack a cold one open with the boys? Oh, I think
That is not incorrect.
That is not incorrect.
I want to just quickly make sure that OceanChief has understood the importance of having a Wimpy 3 trademark versus 2-year-old Timo Brown championship standings as well, because it is a very important championship, I think, to everyone.
Well, I think Thimo has been watching some of Chief's techniques to get that P10, because Chief is the P1 man. That's P1 point, by the way, guys, not P1. And look who's just walked into the room, who has walked into the studio. It is Madame Kitsune.
Into the studio.
Into my, it's just my room really, but it's my studio. While I'm for the purpose of the stream, it's a studio. Okay.
Okay.
It's Madame Kitsune. Would you care for a bonjour?
Bonjour, gamers.
There we are.
Ah, bonjour.
She is real. Yeah, they are. So there is that is the Russia race, and I am delighted to say that was one of the most exciting and enjoyable races so far. I think there was another, the EGL tournament we did was another exciting one. Oh, look at that, man. Pretty much, what is it? Everyone got penalties. Everyone got penalties. Adam gets 22 seconds.
I just want to quickly say, by the way, that Mr. Timo has been coached by OceanChief this entire race. And his way to thank him is by saying, Ocean makes you okay, but P10.
Can I just point out, as everyone can see on the stream before I cut away on this, that Thimo has 3-second time penalties. And going by his logic, that means he's shit. Because he says, because I got penalties, that made me, I was a really bad driver. So, there you go.
Yeah, Timo's also discussing with people about the 4 car widths. Timo's going to enjoy listening back to this one. We're very kind to him about his overtaking techniques.
Before I cut off on this, we'll just check the 4 seconds. The fastest lap looks like it was by a motocrosser, 135.1. There we are. So that is the race in Russia, boys. So let me just cut that off and get my generic interview screen. And
Very cool.
It is usually at this point, sadly, when everyone leaves us because no one wants to listen to the interviews. But I think they should stay.
Hey, that's not true.
This is the best bit. This is whenever we get talk, we get the waffle.
No, hold on. The most important bit is when everyone clicks the like button.
Well, of course, that would be the first important thing. The second important thing would be sending a subscription fund to my PayPal account. But the third one is, of course, when you hear the people talk, because people get to watch these drivers on the screen and to see how they drive, but you want to get to know the person as well. You want to hear how they speak. Right? You want to hear what makes them fall. I know Mr. Chief, he loves listening to the interviews. He likes to hear the passion in their voices. So we're going to have a few interviews, Bance. And of course, we're going to get the race leader, the race winner in Mr. Monsieur Luigi. And somebody else. A few other people. So let me see who have we got in the lobby. So we've got Van Beats, Onion, Luigi, Aaron. I don't know if Van Beats wants an interview. He may do. I basically take it anyone I see in the Gentleman's Lounge is fair game for an interview. I think we should start off with Mr. Luigi, or shall we bring Mr. Luigi and Onion in together? What do you reckon, Max?
Yeah, go on then.
Bring them both in. So, well, we'll just drag them in just to see if we can catch them.
Poor man. I don't know, he DC'd. He disconnected. Oh, hey guys.
Hello, gamers.
Oh, we just didn't want to interrupt you there. We wanted to let you just carry on.
Oh, we're the commentators. Hi.
You're in,
Yeah,
of
realized.
course, Onion. We
there-
have
there-
to bring.
You have the privilege.
I have to bring you
There's
boys
two of
in.
us. There's two of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
The guys who have battled for P1.
That was an epic last few laps to the end of the race, guys. But we were on board with you the whole way, and flip, that was some racing. How did that go for you? How did that play out for you both?
Well, for me, I screwed my race on lap 1. I gave myself front wing damage, so I had it for the whole of the race. So I kind of just let Luigi through because I knew Silver was out, so just take the 18 points really. So I thought I had the chance at the end, but the end steer was just too much. So I tried my best, but 18 points is still good, so I'll take it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get the standings up on the screen shortly, Onion. But as you say, the 18 points does you no damage whatsoever. You're still P1 with 283 points, and you are 91 points ahead of P2, which is Silver.
Still not enough. Still not comfortable now.
It's pretty if I was in the lead with 91 points, I'd be well chuffed. I'm usually freaking 283 points behind everyone. But Luigi, me and Bance like to call it in terms of who we think's going to get the race win.
Yeah.
And Bance he completely disregarded any of you guys and went for Silver. And
Silver.
yes, and I said I'm going to go with my man, Mr. Luigi. I did mention Onion. I said you can never look past Onion because Onion's race pace is remarkably fast. But I know Luigi's quick on Russia, so I went for.
I just want to say for the record, okay, as someone who spearheaded, right, voting Luigi as the race winner last time around, okay, that I said Onion would get a pole, and I said I wouldn't take Luigi for the win because taking the same driver twice is boring, okay?
I remember you saying that.
I'm very much rate as well, okay? Just to clear that up because Tipsy is the master of fake news.
What do you call it? Bance? Do you know Bance once? We haven't actually got heard from Luigi, but Bance once accused me of being, quote, a master manipulator, unquote, and I thought that was deeply hurtful. Anyway, that's for another day. Mr. Luigi, congratulations on your win. Did you have any doubt that you were going to get the race win, considering we were running on board with you for your final?
Just be very subtle, okay, and tell them you had no thoughts about it. You knew you were going to win, okay?
Actually, I'm sorry, but no. Well, my engineer told me at the end that he had only 3 seconds penalty, and I had 6, so I had to make a gap, and I couldn't because of DRS, and I just couldn't get the gap, and I until the last lap, until I crossed the finish line, I thought I would get P2, and I was still glad because holy mother of God, man, I mean, that pit stop was just I thought that was for sure that was gonna be the end for me, like 8.6 seconds. I have no clue what happened. Like my teammate told me, "Yo, I've been out for a while. You can go." And the pit crew just wasn't ready, I guess. And I raged, man. I raged. You can't imagine how much I raged. I fucking slammed my desk.
Yeah, your brother Mario told me he heard you from the other room.
I swear, Luigi's gonna crack with you, Bance, with those constant Mario references.
That's not true. I made one. Come on.
I'm chilling. I'm used to it.
Well, his best friend is called Mario.
Well, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, man, we were on board with you with your real lap in qualifying to go for the pole, and it looked to us like it invalidated, and then I seen whenever you dropped off, and I think you let your teammate past.
Well, I gave him a slipstream, yeah.
Oh right. We seen you dropping off, and I was thinking to myself, damn it, you're not going to get the pole, but I mean, you pulled it together, and you got the race win, man.
You pulled it together.
Yeah, that was honestly, I never sweated so much in a race in my entire life. I wasn't supposed to win that, not with the pit stop I had, It was supposed to go smooth. Onion was supposed to catch me a little bit because he was on fresher tires, and then I just saw him pass me, and he was 5 seconds ahead. I was crying of rage. I was. No, literally.
No, but the thing is, the testament to you, Luigi, that you were you're having those thoughts or those emotions, in in the race, but you didn't let it break you down, and
Well, obviously, I started catching Matthias really fast, like easily 4 to 5 tenths a lap, and I was like, okay, I've got pace, so let's not give up, So I kept on pushing until I saw I actually really had the pace, and then the fastest lap, and I was like, all right, let's go for it, full ERS, and I pushed as hard as like a quality lap the entire race, man. I sweated. Yeah, I'm still exhausted, honestly.
Well, congratulations, Wimps. Sorry, Wimps. I'm sorry. I don't know why I called you Wimps, because I'm reading Wimpy here. Congratulations,
That's rude.
Louise. Look, I can't help it, man. I'm just old. It's just, these things happen. But Mr. Luigi, congratulations on
Thank you.
a fantastic recovery, I would say, from your qualifying. Redemption, yes, redemption. And I have to say, me personally, I'm really enjoying watching these battles between yourself and Onion. It's on the edge, and normally whenever you're watching guys racing as hard as you guys are, you kind of sitting there thinking, right, this is gonna end in disaster. But I mean, it rarely does with you guys. There is a lot of respect, on track, and it's just really enjoyable watching you both of you race.
It did end in disaster in Monza.
Yeah, but I mean, these things happen. That's mistakes happen. The fact is that you are able to continue on doing this racing, and it's just great for us watching it, good for the people watching it as well. So,
Yeah.
On behalf of them guys, I'm going to thank you both for this great battle you're putting up.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, Onion, I think although you're saying it's not enough, I think it's pretty well game over for the title. I think you've got it nailed.
I mean, I may be missing the race, so I'm not sure. It's game over.
Building tension.
I don't think Silver's gonna get it, man.
I don't think so.
I mean, not after what happened
you can't
today,
think
it doesn't
that
look
way.
like.
If you think that way, you'll have a Hamilton in 2016. So,
well, we do know that if you are both on track, that you're going to get with everything. So, I mean, that's one thing that we can look forward to.
cool. Yeah.
But unfortunately, as I've said in the last stream, I'm a bit rubbish with asking questions, guys. I just like to talk more than anything. So if there's anything else you want to add.
No. I'm gonna go and chill now. I'm gonna go and take a shower.
All right, sweating. All right, boys. Well,
and I'm gonna get packing.
Oh, are you going away, Onion, for a wee holiday?
Yeah.
Epic. Nice. Well, enjoy your holiday, man.
You're gonna be there for next race.
No.
Oh well.
Oh.
No Onion, but you've given yourself quite a cushion, Onion. So you can afford to get away and for a wee gap because.
I mean, I do think you deserve it.
Yeah, I kind of need it. Hopefully, I come back and I can wrap it up quickly.
Well, good luck, man, on your holidays, and enjoy them.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you back. And congratulations again, Luigi. And you can pick up where our Onion is vacant next week. You can pick up and give us a bit of action.
Whatever you do, just don't let Silver win.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't see the race. So how did Gary do? Because I know Gary had incredible pace. What happened to Gary?
I was kind of saying in the build up to the qualifying that I was expecting Gary to be up there because he was setting pretty fast times in qualifying, practice, the low 131s, but it just got away from him, and then I don't exactly know what happened to him in the race, but I know he was kind of just saying that he was kind of choking every lap, and he did drop down the field. I think he finished kind of top 6 somewhere along there. So it didn't go according to plan for him.
Yeah, well, to be honest, when I saw Costa's lap time, I was like, dude, it's over. Costa's gonna win it. That was a crazy lap that he did.
Yeah, but just before we do lose, were you guys surprised as me and Bance were to see Costa go to the hards?
On hard? I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't
he pitted.
He went on hard.
Yeah, he pitted really early and
Really?
pitted. Yeah, I think he pitted lap
The
4.
mediums go all the race. You could do the
Well,
whole race on mediums. You don't need to use hards.
That's what we were saying, man. We were saying we couldn't understand it, how you can get yourself into a fantastic position in P1 and then pit with the hards.
only 2 laps in, I understand. You know, when you're in the race, you think it's gonna be the strategy that's gonna work out. I mean, I understand. I think I would have done the same.
I would have gone mediums because I've
Yeah.
done testing and softs go about half the race and mediums could do the whole race.
Yeah.
I mean, if
haven't
you
Hard
don't
so
know,
useless.
so
it's probably better to go a strategy that's slower than when we have to stop again, I guess.
Yeah,
What's this
yeah, I
logic?
get that.
So
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I didn't do any race practice. So I only did time lapse. So I literally I went in the race and I didn't know when I was gonna pit. You know, I was gonna wait for Onion.
Is that what it's doing? I might start
didn't
playing
know what
around
to
with you
pit.
now.
I didn't know what was a strategy.
The game's pretty accurate, to be honest. So
I didn't even check it. Honestly, I didn't.
didn't you?
No,
Yeah.
I was so confident on those soft, and so yeah,
Yeah.
I just went with the feel. You know.
Yeah, because I think I had to stop early because I did my quality was screwed up because the lobby went weird for me, so I only got 1 lap in. So
I mean, to be honest, I was happy when you pitted because otherwise I was gonna pit lap 11 anyway because I had no pace in these tires left, man.
yeah,
I pushed so hard to try to keep the gap. Surprisingly, I mean, the first stint I didn't have that much pace. I mean, you guys stayed 2 seconds behind me and I couldn't really get away. I was
Yeah.
pushing hard. So
I was just trying to get used to the understeer because it was just I set my car up to be understeer, so yeah, get front wing damage.
plus front wing damage, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
but you take it.
Well, it's good to see that there's friendly rivalry between the two of you. You're able to discuss it.
I mean,
Yeah.
Which that's welcome. We actually want more of that kind of mentality in these racing leagues. But I'm gonna move
well,
you guys.
As soon as I got my penalty from Monza, I immediately went and said sorry to Onion.
Yeah.
Obviously, I
Oh,
don't
it's
want to have
okay.
a rival that early in the season. You know, I don't want to crash every race because of anger. So
It happens.
Yeah.
Whatever. You move on. You get on with it.
first proper race. I mean, we had a great race at Spa in practice. You know.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
Yeah.
then first league race, I crashed into him kind of, and you know.
You see,
I had to.
Yeah.
that's the kind of you both have the kind of the temperament that I think we need a bit more of. Where Luigi, you will instantly apologize if you think you've done wrong, and Onion is equally. He doesn't go over the top about these things, and that's what we kind of want more in these leagues. Everyone to be just mature about, and if things do happen on track, just be mature about it, and like, okay, we'll work through it. So again, not only is your pace and your rivalry very welcome, your attitudes as well is very welcome. So I think SLR is very lucky to have you both of you here, and again, it's very lucky and it's a pleasure for us watching and commentating on it. So thank you very much, boys.
Cool.
But I'll move you. Yeah, man, you both deserve it. I'll move you back into the gentleman land so you can talk and without being on the stream. So thanks very much, boys.
Yep.
I just want to take a quick moment, Mr. Damien.
Yes, Mr. Bance.
To quickly mention that I was asked to say that Mr. Tuasterol Cursed tried to activate an Epic Games key on Steam just now for a rally game, and apparently that was worth a saying.
Right.
So here we are.
Stop.
I thought it would never
Stop.
happen.
Do not. No.
Hello?
It's very rude. It's very rude to.
Am I on the internet?
Yeah,
No.
I believe you are, Mr. Thimo.
Oh, well, I don't want to be on the internet. Goodbye.
Timo,
Nice.
can I compare your racecraft to something edible?
You
What
could
exactly
do
is
that. It would be
And I just have.
objectively wrong, but
I don't think so.
no, I think you're absolutely wrong about this.
Okay, Mr. Timo, can I ask
Sure,
you why you were
sure,
slower than the person ahead when he was on 25 lap old hearts?
Can I ask you what the flip that has to do with racecraft? I never said I was quick.
Which was lacking in quite an abundance, Mr. Thimo. Whenever you're passing someone,
What do you mean?
Well, whenever you were passing,
Because I screwed turn up,
turn
one up twice.
Yeah.
That's
See, that's the thing,
definition
Thimo.
of,
Normally, people learn from their mistakes, but you don't seem to be able to learn from them.
I did. On the second time I did it, I passed them around the outside, so I could claim the outside.
See,
line.
that was interesting, I find,
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure Chromosonium let you pass
Chromosonium.
others.
Maybe you should call it names.
They let you pass
I
On
believe his
purpose.
name is Crimsonium.
I think so.
Chromosonium, that's what I
No,
said.
he just
Um,
had like he had 6% ERS or something. That's it.
I feel like he let you past on
No,
purpose
I-
because
I-
he
I
saw that
had-
on the
I had-
inside you weren't able to stick an overtake, and yet he gave you the outside.
It was a sympathy. He just sympathized with you. and let you
I
pass.
find it's a sympathy thing.
Yeah, and it was just a sympathy thing when I bottled it into turn 1 because I knew I had him and I just wanted to let him pass because that's how fun racing works.
Timo, whenever you were
Yeah.
overtaking Crimsonium, right?
Yeah.
Why was it whenever you got the move done that you stayed out as if there was like still 10 cars in front of you? Because you just
you mean?
compromised your turn in.
Because I'm uncomfortable on this game and didn't want to weave to the outside to
And
get
also
rear-ended
general.
or something.
Hmm.
I'm uncomfortable in. Wait, did I say confident or comfortable?
Uncomfortable.
I mean, I'm getting
Oh.
uncomfortable with all these con words because I'm thinking there might be a slip up somewhere. But what we will say, Mr. Timo, is that by default you have beaten your nemesis, which is Mr. Wimpy.
Yeah, that's why I was very surprised that this interview was just two commentators insulting me. I thought I was gonna get praise for beating Wimpy in a very fair fight.
Well, I think first of all I have to defend ourselves because I don't actually remember us insulting Timo once. We just criticized his entire
Criticizing.
racecraft.
Oh, we were just pointing out the things he did on his
I was just pointing out how you're objectively a
We
bad
were
driver
just
and
asking you questions, okay, based on what we saw, okay, on the seat over here in the commentary box. Now, I
wait,
want to
wait.
quickly say, Tipsy, I don't think we should talk about the Wimpy versus Timo fight out of the simple fact that OceanChief seems to refuse to make a standings for Wimpy 3 trademark versus Tourist Roll Timo Brown. So I think we should protest and not discuss it.
Also, I think I should just get the option to press the circle key on my G29 and then Bance has to say, wow, thanks anyway.
Yeah.
And move on to how I heroically beat Wimpy, which was totally not down to him crashing with Silver. It was
But unfortunately, you're cutting out. We can't talk about that topic here.
No, hello, I'm here.
It's OceanChief's fault. I'm sorry.
Timo,
Yeah, something like that.
what did I tell you, Timo, before the race? I
Wait,
told
is
you
the
to.
stream still up?
Yes, it's
It
still
is, okay.
live, and I told you
Okay.
to calm down.
I am calm.
Does anyone?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you will not blaspheme. This is a Christian server, right? But what's this? What's going on? What's going on? Well, I don't really have any more things to say to you, Timo, unless Pants does.
I mean, I'm just trying to delay things right now because Dead Pixel is making a standings for it right now, so you can put it on stream.
But they were already on screen, weren't they?
No, but the actual important ones.
Oh.
The ones that OceanChief is trying to suppress.
Well, you see, I have to check with Mr. Chief if I'm allowed to display that on the stream.
Why wouldn't you?
Wow.
You were allowed to put the seal of cringe on the stream.
Well, I actually wasn't.
Okay, you did.
well.
You did it, and afterwards, people were just like, "Well, I don't understand why that was funny," but it was there anyway.
Well,
so that's
Timo,
good.
you actually spoke normally for a change there. But
I've-
I will
okay.
say that Bance took advantage of my moment of intoxication that day whenever I was slightly tipsy, hence the name, on one glass of cider. So
One glass of cider.
Yeah, it was
Jesus.
one glass of cider because I'm a lightweight.
You really are getting old, yeah.
I really am.
You're an absolute alcoholic.
That's a bit rich from you, Timo. You've only just recently discovered a social life. Sorry, I cut off there. You've only recently discovered a social life.
I haven't recently discovered it. I've just found
Recently
new people
embraced it.
that don't know that I'm a weirdo yet, so it's fine.
Thing is,
I
Timo, I think if they
but I
realize you're
can
a
fix
weirdo,
it.
Yeah.
I can fix it. I can just walk up to everyone in the club and say, "Hey, I'm leading 2 several Assetto Corsa because I won one race," and that's like they hear
Okay.
2 several, and then I'm back in the
Listen,
business.
Tipsy, I'm sorry, I can't keep this in anymore, okay? If people are not going to like the video right now, I'm going to start counting up my top 10 N-words.
Okay, wait. Oh, you're like me when I post something on some form of social media, like post something and then anxiously look at the likes. If they don't go up, then you're sad.
Well, I'm doing this for SLR, you see.
Yeah, but it's just to get validation for your
I mean,
commentary.
then then they're not rolling in. I'm gonna have to start with my top 10.
Oh, Kitsune already liked it. I liked
Well-
it before. I liked it before the whole interview's point was to ridicule me.
Well,
I'm taking my like. Just kidding.
we don't have anybody else to interview, and we're still waiting on Mr. Dead Pixels to bring up his battle
Yeah.
sheet. So, I mean,
So
time is against him here.
how's the weather?
TikTok.
How's the weather in Ireland then?
Is that a rhetorical question?
No, it's just conversation. Time stalling. A pixel be quicker.
Well, you'd be surprised to hear that it's actually quite nice in Ireland.
Really?
Yes. See,
What's
even what?
How many degree do you have? Like.
How many degrees have I have? I didn't get any. I didn't go to university.
He didn't
Oh,
rotate himself.
Yeah, I didn't go to university. I'm afraid now. You okay there,
Okay.
Timo?
Yeah,
Did you hurt
I
yourself?
can't. Yeah, mentally.
Well, you should stop doing that.
Yeah, that might be it.
I just didn't see the point in life after that joke.
Oh,
anymore.
Vinny.
It wasn't
Oh,
even a
Vinny was
joke.
for a moment in there for an interview, I think. Oh, he's back.
There's the
Let's
Vin
pull
man.
him in before he can flee.
Oh, he's away again.
He's gone.
Oh,
No,
oh, Vinny.
Vinny, don't do us like
Oh,
that.
Vinny.
Got him! Oh, he's away. I got him. now.
No,
Oh, cheeky.
Wonder how many swear words.
burrito.
I haven't said a single bad thing today.
Then he's gone again.
I am going to say my top 10 N words. Number 10, negative.
Vin.
Number 9,
I was going
Nevada.
Wait, we've got the Vin man in.
Hello,
Okay.
boys.
Vin man,
Serious.
What's up?
how was your race, man? Or
it
unless
was alright.
there's something else you want to talk about, you can feel free.
How's the weather in the US?
Right now it's sunny.
Okay, that's good.
It was raining last night. It's kind of shit.
Hey,
I mean, same.
Yeah.
hey. No swear words, please, okay?
No, apparently,
I forgot.
No, wait. Chief says that the drivers can say what they want. Apparently, it's just.
Oh, really?
what?
Well, I'm a
Driver-
tier 1 driver,
Well,
so
well.
that does that mean?
Bad
wait.
sewer shit commentator.
Well, wait. Whenever I say what they want, I'll clarify. He just said they can say swear words, but I mean it doesn't mean you can incite hatred or anything like that.
Not
know what?
inciting hatred. I'm
Mr.
just
Vinny,
calling out facts
Yes.
and bans.
because you're in the United States of America, correct?
Correct.
Right. I want you to know that in my top 10 N words, which I was starting to list before you came in, Nevada is actually my number 9
Ooh.
part of the United States.
Is it
I
really?
just felt you should know that.
Do you have that list written down somewhere?
I mean, I just, it's just very dear to me. I don't need to
That-
write it
that's-
down.
That's
You
a
know,
bit-
actually,
we
number
could show it on
7.
stream.
Number 7. Sorry, number 8 of my favorite N words is actually a car manufacturer. And you want to guess what it is?
Noble.
Nissan?
Yes, it is Nissan.
Why do you guys
I
say
actually-
Nissan?
I actually drive a Nissan.
But
Oh, you
not-
drive a Nissan as well.
Stop
See,
saying
I mean,
Nissan.
Hey, Nevada, Nissan. You know, you
Stop
gotta
saying
Wait,
Nissan.
Number
it's
six.
Nissan.
Number 6 is the number 9, right?
It's Nissan
No,
or
no.
Datsun. Although I'm showing my age there when I say a Datsun. Okay, I just killed the chat.
Datsun.
Yeah, that's
n-
not it.
Nissan used to be Datsun.
Yeah.
Pixel, where are you with
Well,
relevant
anyway,
settings?
number 7.
Go
Number.
ahead, Vince.
Is
Number
Is the word-
6.
is the word nuggets on your
9.
list?
It's not. It's close. Number 5 is no. Number 4 is Nick. Number 3 is Nigeria.
Oh,
Number 2 is Noob. And number 1 is Nice. Now let's come to my honorable mentions.
I thought number. I thought number 1 was going to be neighbor.
Oh my god. Wimpy is probably like. He's very happy with this coverage.
Well, I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't get it. I just.
now that Banzer's officially been retired from commentating, I can
Oh,
retire from tier 2.
wait. I have the standings, Mister.
Yes!
Ah,
Pickle.
yes.
Enough
Wait,
awkward
I have a question.
stalling.
You said Nigeria was one of your words.
Yes.
Why not Niger?
Well, do you have a problem with my preference in country? Is that a problem here?
What?
Vinny, if you want, we can take this to another channel, and you can tell me why you prefer Niger over Nigeria.
I have no preference. I was just asking what your thought process was in the choice there.
I just like the culture.
Okay. What's the difference?
I don't know.
Well, they have 2 letters more, so that's good. So it's definitely like, I mean, Nigeria has more letters than Niger, so it's obviously the updated version.
Boys.
So it's better.
So
Speaking of
more
better
is
things,
better?
yes.
Boys, that's enough stalling for today. We have the results are in. And the battle between Thimo and Wimpy is on the stream at the moment, and it is quite a whitewash at the moment. Thimo has 59 points, and Wimpy is on 17.
Don't think I've ever been prouder in my life.
There you go. You are leading the battle, Thimo.
Do I get a server role for winning that championship?
We haven't won it yet.
Would I get a server role for winning that championship?
No.
I'm retiring.
Oh wait, hang on a minute. So
There's an updated one.
Mm.
It's just pitching as 1v1.
Tipsy.
yes.
We have an Oscars situation. There's actually been a change in the standings.
Yes,
and
I
I
see
need you
that.
to show the updated ones on stream.
There's an updated standings, people. Sorry. There has been a late change.
Mr. Flaccid, I have a suggestion though. I think maybe it should be just P1 and P2. Because they're fighting in their own category, aren't they, entirely?
Yeah,
it should be about who finishes ahead of the other. I think it is a more accurate, because this is about who's beating who directly, it's not about how many points to score.
1.5?
Basically, but it's Formula Tourtrol Timo Braun and versus Wimpy 3 trademark. There's a big difference.
Yeah, that's true, actually, yeah.
We have the updated standings on the screen, boys.
Just trash.
Now you could add TipsyBob below me because you can't beat me.
I think this is considered cyberbullying.
Well,
I'm fine with it. It's okay. It's okay.
well, it is not bad if it's true. Anyway, I think that makes it. That's it for the interviews, isn't it, Mr. Daniel?
You mean,
We didn't even interview Vinny.
Sorry?
We didn't even get the interview, Vinny.
How?
Fine. It's all right. I don't mind. I just.
Well, we know what car he drives, right? And that he's from the United States. And that he's familiar with Nevada.
Okay, I'm doing this. Hey Vinny.
Hi.
How was that? How was that race for you? How did it go? Tell us all about it, very elaborately, so the others can't go off.
My qualifying was going pretty well until the last sector, where I came up on Gary, and he just happened to be going. He was on a hot lap, but it was a lot slower than my hot lap. So he ended up blocking me, even though I was purple in the last sector. So I ended up qualifying P15, and that's where I started. And then I stuck behind, I think it was Mozzie and yourself for a bit.
Yeah.
And I was just letting you guys do your thing. And after you guys made your mistakes, I think me and Mozzie might have came together a little bit. I don't know what happened exactly.
That's why I couldn't cling on to your. My plan was to let you pass and then get past Mozzie with you, but then you had that crash in turn 1 and I had to full on brake. So then it was 2 seconds, and then you suddenly decided to be quick, which I found very like that wasn't kind, man.
I threw out one of the sandbags. And then I came up on keyboard, and whoever he was racing, and then they came together, and that was another free
Oh,
2
true.
spots.
I think it was Crimsonium.
Yeah, probably. So, and after that, I think I was in no man's land, basically, for the rest of the race.
Yeah, I saw you were on the same strategy, so I thought, okay, let's try and somehow go with him. And then it was like I kept it at like it was 2 seconds, then it slowly went up to 3 seconds. Then I decided to run out of talent. Suddenly we were at 5, 6, 8, and then you were gone.
Yeah, after I pitted, I think I had the fastest lap for the next like 3 or 4 laps. Like, every lap I was doing the fastest lap, so probably
Well, that's pretty good. Where do you finish in the end?
7th from 15.
Oh, congrats for that. And also thanks for joining us in the interviews. I think that wraps up the broadcast, doesn't it? Tipsy Pants.
I think it was just another demonstration of how Thimo tries to come in and take over.
How try what? You cut out there.
I said how Thimo comes in and tries to take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Timo. That doesn't
It's
work.
really rude.
We're actually moving over to our
really
next
need help.
segment. It's the Tipsy and Bands podcast.
Oh.
Oh,
Today
yes.
we're going to talk about immigration. No, okay. I think this is it. I don't think there's much more to talk.
well,
Bans, any final thoughts?
Yes, but I won't
Don't
say
ask him
them.
that. Don't ask him that. Yes, so next race is round 17 in Japan, which is pretty much everyone's track, favorite track, I believe. I mean, yeah, everyone loves. What do you mean, no? You don't like Suzuka?
I like Suzuka.
Okay, that opinion isn't valid anyway.
Yeah,
Keep
do you know what?
talking,
Do
Mr.
you know what? I'm
Damon.
just gonna move him out. Just there he goes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so Suzuka, of the next couple of tracks, the last few races, Japan, Mexico, USA, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi. So what's that? 5 races left in this season. Most likely he's looking, it's going to be going towards Onion, although as we did hear, he is going to be away for a while. So it might give Silver a chance to step it up and get those race wins to try and mount a final last minute assault on that P1 spot. But that pretty much wraps it up for today in Russia. It was a pretty exciting race, I have to say. Really enjoyable commentating and streaming it with Bance. And thanks also, of course, to everyone who came in to contribute to the interviews. The only thing left to say is, so tune in tomorrow for the Formula 2 race. And then on Saturday will be the Tier 1 with Tara and Thimo. It's the same old story. And then on Sunday it'll be the 2 SRL race with Bance and Tara, and all the commentators and all will be all on there getting stuck in. And I think there's a Assetto Corsa this weekend, isn't there, Bance?
Yes, indeed.
Ah, there we go. I don't know where it is. Road to America, I think it might be.
It is Road America, yes.
And so
You should get practicing.
So that will be streamed as well. When's that, on a Saturday? That's after the Tier 1 race, and that will be streamed live as well. And our commentators will be Icewind and Wimpy. So it's really worth tuning into those guys, because they're new to the commentating, but they're just getting better and better every time. So tune into those guys.
Indeed.
I think that's pretty much all that is left to say. Bance, is there anything you would like to say while we finish the stream?
You have hit it perfectly, Mr. Damon. What can I say?
So with that said, boys, we will say thank you very much and join us tomorrow. Extreme!